Alright guys, this is one of my guns I've wanted for years, and I finally got it. A standard Colt 1911 A1. It's this is a Series 80, which if you don't know much about Series 80, Series 70s, the main difference is the drop safety in here. It's got an extra drop safety in there where our fire pin block. And people used to complain about it. They didn't want it because it changed the actual, oh, it's not the original Browning design, blah, blah, blah. But these guns have been out for a long time. I'm a trigger snob. Some people said it changed the trigger. I can't tell the difference. I've owned and shot a lot of 1911s. The trigger is excellent. This is, from what I could tell, a talo edition. Whenever I couldn't find one online. This is there's a couple out there if you really look, but it's cerrakoted and it's got the real pretty black grips on it. See if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. So Cerakote and everything's in black. Colt government model. It's the 5-inch barrel. Stainless and black up front. It's got your 3-dot sights on there. A little better than standard. These are all I ever need in sights, so it'll do me well. Some people complain. It's got your spur hammer. It's just your standard Colt 1911, just a little different, little cool look. I've never seen one that looked like this from a Colt that wasn't the Scorpion or whatever it is. Not Scorpion, but the Marine model, which runs, I think, really expensive, like 1800 or 1500 or something like that. It comes with your anyway, it comes with your standard Colt junk mag. So if you get this, you might as well just throw those in a box. Get you some Wilson 47Ds. These are 8-rounders. They're prolific. Everybody uses them. This is what I consider the best mag because of the follower in it. It's got like a no-tilt follower. It's smooth. It drops out fast. This is one of the only mags I use. Besides this, I use Pro mags, which are like, I think Novak makes them also. And a few other brands. I got them with my Rock Island Armory I had. And those work. Actually, I kind of like those a little better than these. These got the name, so I kind of end up sticking with these anymore. Just because they got like the track record. I've gotten around 400 rounds to this gun. Haven't had a single problem. Those are all hollow points. I haven't tried that. Those are all full metal jackets. I haven't tried hollow points with them. Alright, I'll get you. You can see this. Let me do it off camera. Got a little oil on my hands. See if I could get you in here. I got a light over here. See if you can see it on camera. Anyway, I don't know if you could tell or not, but sometimes you see it on Colt, sometimes you don't. In the 80 series, I think you see it more than 70 series. But they actually have a throated barrel in there, so it'll fit hollow points. And from all the research I've done, it's running them great. I've seen no wear in the 400 or 500 rounds on the Cerakote, which Cerakote is known to be an amazing finish. But if you wasn't going to go with just, a Cerakote or something like that, I generally advise stainless because stainless holds up good. It took me a lot to go with this. I just really love the looks of it because I was planning on a stainless. It's a great trigger. Great trigger. It's got your standard Colt plastic mainspring housing, which they work. A lot of people change them out. They're real simple to change. Now on this, like your government model, you're going to get some hammer bite most likely, which, it's going to hurt a little bit. You'll get a little red mark right here after, 80 rounds or something like that. But it's nothing that's going to kill you. It's a little punch your man card and go on with it. Lowered and flared ejection port. Just, man, too many of these guns out there, and there ain't many problems with them. The 1911's been around for 100 years for a reason. It works. There's no gun that's ever going to be around for 100 years and it doesn't work. The AK's been around forever. The AR-15's been around forever. Both of those work. They're not really going nowhere. People's actually now trying everything they can to make variants of the AK. And people's trying to do that to the AR-15 platform too. There's a lot of things coming out with AR-15 mags and now the P-mags. And just designs that's lasted a long time will always stay there. Revolvers are still relevant today. Considering being so outdated, they still have their place in society. I've personally never really had a problem with in 1911, other than getting so dirty it needed to be cleaned. After like 2 years of not cleaning one, I cleaned it out and it worked perfect, and that was a AMT hardballer, and I'm not even sure if its technical status on if it was actually a real 1911 or not, because that's from when I was a kid. My dad had llamas and all that stuff, and I really wasn't into 1911s at that point. I wanted to be. But just having a 1911, I'm sorry this video's going on, but you know, some people like that. You know, the review's over. When I was a kid, 1911 was my idol gun, the one gun I just always wanted to get. My dad let me shoot everything, AKs, but he figured, my dad was an instructor, but me being a young guy, about 11 or so, he didn't really want me. I shot revolvers. I learned them very well. I'd hunted with pistols and things like that. And my dad was a very old school guy. I knew my firearm safety. Well, he never would let me shoot a 1911. He's like, when you graduate, this is what you get. You know, not exactly graduate, but just, you know, graduate, becoming more of a man. You get a couple deer kills on you, you know, things like that. You know, you become actual proficient with it. He'll let me shoot it. Well, one day, out of the kindness of his heart, he allowed me to shoot one. It was one of the best experiences. Actually, it was the best experience of my life. Taking out there, he had an old stump, and he gave me like 3 mags, and I just unloaded on the stump, and it was just one of pretty much one of the only times I actually remember just wow with a pistol or any firearm. That was the key moment that I fell in love with this 1911 or this style gun. And that was I think it was an AMT. Or no, it could have been a Charles Daly. It could have been a Charles Daly, I'm not sure. But you know, even if you can't afford a Colt, I'll throw you some bones out there on what to get. It's Springfield. You'll save a few dollars. It won't be as, I don't think it's as smoothed out, but they will work just as good. And they're excellent. I had my Springfield mil-spec. The only reason why I sold it because I wanted to get an operator, and then, you know, I realized, you know, I didn't like the operator on Springfields. Their base model is fine. It doesn't have the long bull barrel or whatever, but you need a tool to take one down. They're more upper class operator, TRPs, all those, which excellent guns, but you need a tool to take them down. And to me, that turns it into a safe queen. I don't want to have anything I can't disassemble. And but as far as their mil-spec goes, you'll get the same package, stainless steel blue, around $700. I think I paid around $9 for this, which isn't bad considering they're pretty hard to find a good Colt somewhere. And Colts hold their value though. But even if you want a 1911, you have to have a 1911. There's no Glock, nothing's gonna work just a 1911. Go with Rock Island. There's a lot of other good Filipino companies out there. It's made in the Philippines, but from what I understand, it's been years since I heard this, so it could be a little off. That whenever we was in the Filipino-American War, we left them with equipment over there or something, and they started making their own 1911s off of them. But there was like the same workers, the same factories was doing it. Now they don't use those same equipment, but they have CNC machines, but they know how to make a good 1911 after that. You know, the companies have still been doing it for years and making the same guns and doing it with their armies and things like that. But they're excellent. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review.